let me know where you're tapping in from. We're gonna do a hypnotherapy meditation for clearing subconscious blocks. And I'm just gonna get started here. There will be a replay available for those that are interested. So this will be a process for removing subconscious, Bruce City, removing subconscious blocks that are holding you back from creating self-mastery in your life. LA, okay. And our words and our coding that we use is really what creates our reality. Hello, Patrick. Nice to meet you. And our definitions of what takes place and our experiences is what defines our and shapes our reality. So if we have codes or programs or attachments that are like about things that are always happening to us, we can repeat these cycles, right? So essentially, we unknowingly sometimes speak things into existence that we don't really want, or we block ourselves from doing things that we really want. So the first thing that is important when clearing blocks is to recognize the block or the pattern or the words that you're using. And I feel like this meditation will really help you to become even more conscious. I have a feeling those that are watching my hi Lynette, my videos are already pretty woke, if you will, but it doesn't hurt to clear blocks, right? So just becoming more and more conscious of our words and what story that we're telling is really important. And universal law tells us that when we change the inner, the outer physical reality has no choice but to change as a result. And then the second thing that I think it's important to understand or think about is understanding your self-image and your characteristics. Like, what is your identity? What do you identify with? And how do you view yourself? And those might just be aspects that start to come up during the next week or days, or something that you might want to journal about. Really contemplate, you know, what characteristics do you hold? How do other people see you, right? And then it's also important to look at what characteristics that you want to implement, okay? And I think it's important that you look at your goals from a wide perspective, right? Identify what's holding you back. And then you can identify subconscious beliefs that are kind of attached to it. Hey, Emma. What's up, Dern Long? You guys' names crack me up. And we can then understand what subconscious beliefs are in contradiction with what we want. Okay. So, for example, say you want to grow $1 million in your bank account. You want to recognize what fears, self-doubt, self-sabotage, doubts, I already said that, are holding you back. Maybe you're afraid of, you know, letting other forms of help. Maybe you have a fear about taxes or paperwork. Maybe you're afraid of like losing people in your life because maybe you have like a subconscious fear that money equals less friends, or that everybody's going to try to get your money, or, you know, it could go on and on. It's going to be different for everybody, but to identify these subconscious fears or limitations that might be holding you back. And then when we have things that we want to create in time, many times what holds us back is these subconscious attachments. And so this is why I wanted to implement some hypnotherapy into this, because in hypnosis you're going to go into a very relaxed state where your subconscious mind will then be able to open and will be able to program some new codes, if you will. Okay, hello DJ Billy Lizard from Brazil. Woo woo. I love it, Brazil. Let's see. So just a few more notes here. Surrender to the process. hey, I'm here to help. I'm not gonna make you quack like a freaking duck, or make you do anything you don't want to do. In fact, a lot of people have these kind of beliefs around hypnosis that you're gonna be like unconscious, when in fact the opposite is actually true. You'll probably be more alert, more aware of every sound. If there are some background sounds, just allow them to drift off and pay attention to my voice. If for any reason there is any kind of emergency, you will be able to get right up and handle your emergency, okay? So just a little bit more about hypnosis before I'm being guided to talk a little bit more about it. We've all experienced hypnosis before. Have you ever been like driving on the freeway and you miss your exit? Or you get to a destination and you're like, damn, how did I end up here? Kind of like on autopilot. It's that kind of in between, kind of just twilighty place. And the more that you allow the process to take place, the more benefits you're going to get from it, okay? You'll probably feel very calm. You might feel very relaxed. Some of you might feel nothing at all. All is good. Everybody takes in processes in different ways. It's going to work no matter what, okay? So surrender to the process. Talked a little about that. Oh, I got cat hair on my freaking lip gloss. Gross. Observe what you're experiencing. Oftentimes through these kind of little meditation processes, something might come up. Maybe a memory or an idea. Just go with the flow. Just allow it to flow. Don't try to alter or mess with it in any way. Just really surrender to the process and just allow what comes up to come up, and I'll guide you right through releasing these blocks, okay? And then what's going to happen is we'll end up redefining ourselves in the present moment. We'll be able to start gaining this new perspective, this new self-image, this perspective from the new self-image, rather. And we'll start to be able to view ourselves more from who we prefer to be, right? This is going to help you to really rewire this new self-image into the subconscious mind. Also, I think it's important to mention, to be grateful for what the subconscious offers, or for what the subconscious will share with you, and become aware that these attachments are nothing more than a consequence of a past way of thinking, or viewing something. So just decide to let them go and realize that you can then be who you want to be, okay? So almost everybody has these feelings of like ceilings or limitations around what you think is enough money, how much is too much money. And the thing is, you can't come into enough money if you have attachment of thinking negatively in any aspects of money. There's a lot of sayings that are kind of just thrown around, and I don't think really realize the damage that they do, but a couple of them are just like, money is the root of all evil. Money doesn't grow on trees. You can't make that much. Rich people are bad. And this goes literally for everything. It's not just for money. We have these kind of blocks or attachments to everything. Our health, our well-being, how we look, our self-image, our relationships, so on and so forth. So you can see how important removing some of these blocks can be. All right, so I'm gonna give you guys a moment to find a place to get comfortable. And once you're in that place, just go ahead and take a moment to tap into your breath and just allow your attention to turn inward. You can begin taking some deep belly breaths. And you can picture kind of like you're sucking up a straw as you breathe in, just allowing that energy to move up the base of your spine. And as you move out, the opposite, breathing all the way in and all the way out. And if you haven't already, just go ahead and allow your eyes to shut down, pulling in a more relaxed state of being. Just observe the breath. And on the in-breath, you can call in light, and on the out, you can just picture, imagine, or get a sense of sort of like a gray smoke type substance exiting the breath as you release. And just continuing with those breaths as you begin to let go of subconscious beliefs or limitations, any attachments to that which you no longer need. Breathing in light and releasing anything that's holding you back. And you could picture or imagine a violet light at the crown of your head as we do a little body scan just to open up the energy centers. So at the crown of the head, this violet light of Archangel Michael, perhaps, begins to flow down your crown. The top of your head begins to open and expand, taking what it needs, releasing the rest. As you pull your attention down to your third eye, just between your brows, inviting in this violet color, allowing the center to open and expand, taking what it needs. Pulling your attention down once more to your throat, inviting in a blue, allowing this center of communication to open, to expand, taking what you need, releasing the rest. As you pull your attention down once more to your heart, inviting in a beautiful emerald color, allowing your heart space to open and expand, taking what it needs. Pulling your attention down couple inches, just a couple inches above your belly button, inviting in the color orange, allowing your solar plexus to open, to expand, taking what it needs. Pulling your attention down once more, just below the belly button, inviting in the color yellow, allowing the center to open, to expand, to take what it needs. And once more, pulling your attention down to the base of the spine, to your root, inviting in the color red, allowing the center to open and expand, taking what it needs. And you could picture or imagine even that you have roots growing out of your feet, going down, down, down into Mother Earth, connecting with the universe, the central sun, and source energy. I invite you to picture or imagine the word health, and notice what comes up around this word. If there's any negative attachments, just give permission to release them. Then consciously choose what you want your health to look like and feel like. Just get a real good sense of yourself in ideal health. Really see yourself. Really feel yourself. Get a picture of what you would look like, what you would feel like, maybe some activities that you'd be doing. You could picture all of your organs in perfect health, your blood, all of your parts in ideal perfect health, all of your systems. Just allow yourself to feel revitalized, energized, glowing. And take a breath in and really just step into that image. Allow it to surround you as you release all old images and allow them to fall away. The next word I invite you to play with is relationships. Just noticing what comes up. And with your breath, just releasing any thoughts or programs that don't serve your ideal relationship status. As you allow your program to be attended, just picturing or imagining or getting a sense of what it feels like to have a beautiful relationship. What would it feel like if all of your relationships were beautiful? If your relationships were to lift you up, make you feel good. Perhaps it's a sense of unconditional love, joy, inspiration. Just allow yourself to let that love really flood through your body now as you give yourself permission to step into this higher timeline of joyous relationships, of laughter, of peace, serenity, wholeness. Taking another breath, activating this timeline, allowing the old timeline to fall away, just continuing to breathe in and breathe out. And take a moment in this relaxed state to allow any feelings to arise when you hear the word wealth. Notice how this makes you feel. Just focus on the word wealth and how it makes you feel. And now allowing any thoughts or feelings that arise when you hear it to come up and then fall away. Now picture or imagine yourself easily paying your bills, having more than enough than you need, having complete control over all of your finances, being able to share with others, perhaps go where you want to go, create what you want to create. Simply visualize yourself feeling this way, feeling like you have absolutely everything you need and a constant flow of plenty. And just allowing this constant flow to continue coming towards you, continuing to breathe in and breathe out. And by allowing yourself to simply visualize that which you are, you're automatically removing subconscious blocks. And when we rewire our brain to respond to things that seem complex in a calm and relaxed state, we allow the automatic emotional response and the subconscious mind to be at ease with these things. This is when abundance flows. So just allowing yourself to begin to come back, beginning to wiggle your toes, eyes begin to open, carrying on with a feeling of achievement, a sense of being proud of yourself for showing up for you. Keeping in mind that change begins with you. And just allowing yourself to come back completely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, eyes open. Thank you, Charles.